Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in top 1% Mythic, we're playing Temur Overlords with 4 copies of Pyroclasm and 4 copies of Paw Patch Formation. Kind of weird. There's all sorts of stuff you could put in here, and it'd be very reasonable. You could put some counter spells, you could put some unsummon, you could put some sweepers like Ill-Timed Explosion, some win cons like Arcavios, This Town Ain't Big Enough, Doppelgang, some other flexible removal spells, Abrade, Bolt, Draw Engine, Tome, Sweeper, Brothers at End, and kind of pseudo-ramp Gain Some Life Cornucopia. All these are very playable. We're trying out this combo today. Pyroclasm is perhaps the only 2-mana sweeper in Standard. I'm not sure if there's another one out there, but it's not often played. It is very often sideboarded in best of 3 against mono red. So we're going to try main decking 4 of it. If we don't like it, we can always cycle it via the flood pits and hopefully to draw in something more relevant for the matchup. Paw Patch Formation, very niche pick, but it kind of does all the things you want it to do in Standard. 2-mana instant, you can pick off any creature with fly, including all the big demons out there. You can destroy target enchantment, of which there are tons. You know, your opponent's draw engines like their Beanstalks, Annexes, or Caretaker's Talent, or even their Bindings to get back one of your things. And the failsafe, if that's the right term for it, is you can always just cycle it, draw a card, and create a food token, and eat the food for life versus mono red. It can't be that bad. We're going to try it out today. Here we go. I have not played any games with this deck yet. I think I tried one in the play queue and was like, it's probably good enough. We're going to be just fine. We got some comments for you today. Not that many comments. Some of them are ridiculous. I don't know what you guys are smoking. Uncle Noodles. Oh man, I definitely played against this guy. In general. I don't remember what he does though. This looks totally great. Uncle Noodles with the ghost leopard? Snow leopard? Snow tiger? I guess we know what that is. Feels like a crab beans. Maybe Uncle Noodles is the crab beans player? See if they flood pits my beanstalk. Seed of Hope. They are crab beans, so what do we need to do here? We want a lot of cards in hand for fires to deal 5 damage. That's important. Counter spells are only for enchantments and creatures, I believe. So I think they can counter our enchantments. Which means Hauntwoods could get countered here, but we'll still get the draw trigger. So I think it's worth going for it anyway. I forget what that counterspell is. It's blue and a blue. I think to counter enchantments or creatures, or return 2 creatures to their owner's hands, something like that. I don't think I've not played it myself. It did nothing that whole turn cycle, right? It's pretty wild. We could slam you for 5. What are they doing here? We don't have much else to do. I think that's actually totally acceptable here. We don't have anything better to do. I don't think we'll have anything better to do for the rest of the turn cycle. Even if we left 2 open, I doubt we're going to fires anything here. Okay, resolves. Lots of lands. One of the fast lands can probably go. Looks like we're like in red in hand. Opponent doing nothing again? Maybe? Gotta be cash grabbing. Gotta be doing something. Luckily, we are set on fires. Cash grab, yeah. How many instants we got? Only 3 plus 1, 4. 4 instants. Looks like they bounced the flood pits on someone or flood maul. We kind of like our threats. Burst Lightning has essentially no targets. I think I'm okay binning that. I could pick off some otters, but I think I'd rather keep the lands. Yeah, Burst Lightning should have 0 targets, essentially. You could couple it with a red Overlord, but hopefully Fires does all the things we want it to do. Alright, so they should be able to flash in the crab now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could flash in 2 crabs here. So ideally we leave open 2 fires, but that's likely not going to happen. I think we'll do single Overlord. And then we just want to make sure we leave open 2 red. How's Auto Tapper doing? I think that should be fine. Or at least 1 red. Spin one of the lands. Can probably play you out, plan to fire someone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just burst lightning face here. Because otherwise we're gonna sacrifice it anyway. Weird thing to do. Back to 20. I'm anticipating at least one crab. It's crab number 1. Do you have crab number 2? If they have protection, we want them to do it now. Let's try to get them not to draw into it, though. We have 6 cards in hand, so it should be fine. And let's see if they want to spend mana on this on their turn. How do I get that stop off? They're going to bounce the crab and the Hauntwoods, but this town ain't big enough. Or they bounce the Beanstalk. We don't actually have that many relevant removal spells to bounce the Beanstalk here. Like, we have 4 fires, and that's kind of it to deal with their 8 creatures. There's a big creature. 1 mana left open. Okay. You were not the right matchup. Excuse me. So what do we want to do here? If we kick fires, we don't have the untapped land. So we don't have to kick it. Playing the whale's interesting. They just targeted it. They can't do anything else with it. Turn cycle, we take 10 though, which is quite a lot of damage. I think we're just killing at least one of these with fires while we can. We don't have too many other options. We could hold on to the whale. We don't need to do that, though. I guess we're just playing up the Beanstalk. I think that's all we can do. We'll flip the Hauntwoods. They'll tap it down. They'll swing for 5. It'll hurt. I think kind of the question is, can we get them on the back foot? Can we amass enough attackers that we can actually beat them down? We'll Scryland. 1 bottom. They bounce you instead of just crab tap. That's fine. Out, 15. We don't have the untapped land, so we're a little limited on things we can do here. If we want to kill the terror. I think makes sense in general. I think I'm going to play you for 3. And we're going to hold open 4 mana to potentially try to fire the terror away. Although if they really want to play the crab here, we could instead go Beanstalk and prepare to whale away the crab. Either Beanstalk or Paw Patch. I think we can Beanstalk. We might want the life from the Paw Patch at some point. Alright, so the new plan is to fires the crab, which we expect them to flash in at the end of the turn. Their whale. Eventually, we need these whales out on the battlefields because they're difficult to target through Ward 2 and actually do blunt all of their attacks. Here comes Crab, I think. And we're going to pick this one off now because for 1 mana, they might not actually have anything they could do. This town would take 2 mana. They'd have to be playing on summon here. We've already seen Into the Flood Maw. They might have it, though. They do have it. Okay. That's okay. At least they can't replay it the same turn and swing for 10. That'd be very painful. But we'll flip the Flood Pits here. We could play a Whale if we wanted to. There's the next Fires. That's quite nice, actually. So we play the next Whale now. We'd have 3 mana left open. Enough to Fires the Crab. Took a lot of their mana to target. The other option is to burn a lot of mana on just bouncing things with the Whale this turn. Which isn't awful. We have 35 cards left. We could probably do something for 2 here, basically. And still get away with everything. I think we could play another Baby Hauntwoods here. And still have mana to double Whale Mounts. And or Fires. Cool, untap land is good. I think we can get a fast land down. Here comes the Crab. If we want to kill the Terror for good, which is more annoying, the Crab or the Terror? The Crab is more annoying. I think we'd prefer to kill the Crab for good if we can. We'll do Upkeep, Stop again, because they have plenty of mana to interact. Let's see if the next Crab comes down. It does, okay. Last card would have to be on summon. Yeah, they could have this town, so let's go ahead and do one of these now. We have 4 mana open to bounce either the Crab or the Terror. I think the Crab is more annoying to bounce, so I think you bounce the Terror and play the... You could also Paw Patch Formation for what it's worth, I suppose. But I think the Crab bounce is more annoying. So I don't think we're going for that. I think we're attempting this. Pay the word 2. On top. Down to 5. Alright. Beanstalk. Draw it back. Play it back. Still that 1 card left in hand. Now 2 cards in hand. Let's see if they hit 1 more Crab. Sleight of hand. They're looking for some bounce to secure lethal. Talent. That's interesting. So that can loop for 4 mana. That can go get an unsummon or really anything good. We could destroy it with Paw Patch. I think we're starting with an attack to draw discard. If we could hit a... We have 12 mana, so we could play both Whales as blockers, and that would be all we could do this turn. What else can we draw into here, though? The Burst Lightning plus the Boiler Bilges would not be awful. I think we're going to kill the Storm Chaser's Talon if we can. I don't think I want them looping this town. Okay, the game's making us decide now. We're running out of time. I'm not sure attacking is that useful. I mean, we need to block multiple things and hope they just don't have the out, I think. Destroy target enchantment. And I think we need some blockers here. We have 3 mana open. We take the draws first. We're seeing if we can hit a burst lightning. We don't, though. I was hoping to hit a burst lightning there. So we have 1 whale, 1 paw patch. I don't know if we pick off the beanstalk now. There could be another this town. Yeah, I was hoping to hit a burst lightning and then pick off the crab with the boiler bilges. Cash grab. I mean, if they get a crab here to tap everything down, it's pretty bad. We can't stop that, though. I think we'll just stop them from taking the draw. The foo doesn't help so much. It's a terror. It's not another crab, though. It's not the end of the world. Okay. We did manage to pick off the beanstalk beforehand. Last card they're targeting, they're going to fight. They're going to fight one of our blockers. We bounce the other one, though. The game does not end. Not yet. And they lose a good amount of stuff. So we have to block here. And then we bounce the crab and keep going. Game definitely not over. 29 cards left. Let's take a draw. The beanstalk. Have to worry about decking ourselves at some point. I think we take the next whale as well. Okay. We'll try to hold on to Burst Lightning, because now that paired with the next Boiler Bilges would pick off this crab. Also, we potentially have lethal here. Okay, 24 cards. I think we're okay to just play a full price Flood Pits here. They scoop. Alright, Uncle Noodles. I think he always plays the same thing, and I think it's always crab beans. I can't quite remember what it is each time. Good game. So one of your comments over here says, MTG Arena is rigged. Shame on you for not warning the people who still don't know. Why is it my fault? Why am I being shamed? You do it. You warn the people. Is MTG Arena rigged? There's a roughly well-known thing that the shuffler is quote-unquote rigged or smoothed. I'm not sure if the exact details are actually known. I guess the answer is no. Opponent goes first. We have no answer to mono red. Quixotic, what do you think they play? What kind of sleeves they got? Oh, this guy's definitely feeling himself. You don't play these sleeves unless you're really feeling yourself. If you're feeling yourself, do you play mono red? It's an okay hand. We're going to keep it. Anyway, the shuffler in theory, in best of 3 is not rigged. It's very apparent when I play best of 3 that you get way more 0 lands or 1 lands or 6 lands or 7 land hands. It's absurd. You forget what real Magic is like. And then, oh man, is it the same thing? Oh man, I don't want to play the same thing again. That's okay. Well, hopefully we win again. On the draw this time. Whereas in theory, in best of 1, it's something like generate 2 random hands, and whichever one has an average mana value, a number of lands in the hand closest to the average mana value of your deck is the hand you get to keep. Something like that. We'll beanstalk here. Otherwise, the other rating people would talk about is like, as soon as you build, you know, an aggro deck, you get paired against a control deck that specifically only has anti-aggro cards. Or as soon as you switch to a control deck, you play something like B. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, there's supposedly some kind of matchmaking algorithm. And maybe it does something beyond pairing you by ranking or MMR or whatever system they use. I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm being shamed. Shame on you for not warning the people. Don't shame me. It's not my fucking problem. I don't know why I need to be shamed for this. 2 mana open. Feels like a cash grab. What are we trying to do here? Ramp is good. As long as we're not getting out-tempoed. We have plenty of cards on hand. I don't think we need to flood pits. I think ramp is probably the best thing we could do here. And we don't have double green. We need to play double green here. Let's do this. We might want double red. Okay. Let's ramp. Hope we're not too slow. I mean, they can't crab us yet. Pyroclasm is interesting. If they play multiple talents, it could be relevant. Other comments. Dr. Yapkus quickly becoming my favorite streamer. Very chill. I appreciate that. I'm leaning into it. I'm digging the app train. Another talent. I guess we'll Pyroclasm here, maybe. What are they going to do about it? They got another one? Bushwhack. Alright, we're taking a good chunk of damage here. At least the otters don't have haste. That would hurt a lot more. That's a 12. So we'd have to hit the untapped land off of the flood pits if you want to do anything else. It's a little... Oh, no, we have the untapped... No, yeah, we'd have to hit the untapped land. It's totally possible. Otherwise, we take at least 2. We could take a lot of damage this coming turn. But if we hit the untapped land, we're kind of really happy about that. Otherwise, we just Pyroclasm and Whale. Or hold open Whale. I think I'm going to go for it. As sketch as this is, we get a lot of draws to get there. Not it. 2 more draws. Not it, not it. Okay, sucks to suck. Alright. We probably don't need more than 1 Pyroclasm. To be honest. But that does suck. Quite a bit. Well, let's see how much damage they can put on this turn. We're going to need all the fires. We want to keep the land. We like the Pyroclasm for now. Maybe it's one of the boiler bilges, I suppose. Keep the flood pit straw. Alright, down to 12. I was really hoping we hit the untapped land there. We got 3 draws to do it, and we whiffed hard. Just depends how many instants. If they go crazy this turn, we're actually going to take a big chunk of damage. There's a crab too. That's not so good. We have the whale for that, so we can Pyroclasm these guys, and then whale the crab away. So we're not dead yet. But we're getting low, for sure. Bushwhack, pump the prowess, get the basic, still hold open crab, presumably, get the island, yeah. Take 6. Oof, that's a lot of damage, dude. Ow. At least we're not at exactly 5. Okay, so we're definitely Clasming here. Then we have to hold the whale, or we have to hold Fires of Victory. Or both. If they have 2 blue instants, they can save the otters. Looks like no. Game is far from over here. Yeah, we have to Fires of Victory the crab. But at least they'll be completely tapped out, so it'll be uncontested. And eventually this Haunt Woods will flip. The Beanstalk, where's our Paw Patch formation? It's not showing up. Okay. Let's zap you for exactly 5 here. 1 fires for 1 crab. A fair trade. Next turn we get the Haunt Woods. Alright. That would take a lot of targeting to get through. And they could still have the next crab in hand. Yeah, we can't just target that thing. 7 mana. If they bounce both our... If they tap down both our blockers, we do just lose. So we kind of need to leave the whale open for at least 1 crab, which means we only get to play something for 4 mana here. Ish. I guess we leave open just 2 for the crab. We play something for 5 mana here. So we could play a Flood Pits, for example, and be okay. What's better, Flood Pits or Hauntwoods? I mean, what do we want more of? More fires would be good. Okay, let's try to draw. So we have 2 open to whale away a Flashing Crab. That would leave us at 1 life. Paw Patch. Probably one of the Burst Lightnings can go. Let's see if it's crab time. I mean, they should wait till the Hauntwoods flips. Let's see if they got it. Does Bushwhack give +1? It doesn't, right? No. Okay, bounce there. Sure. Well, that means we're not going to whale this turn. So we're looking to paw patch something. I guess that is our paw patch target. They swing for 5, yeah. Drop to 1. But they shouldn't have any hasty way. I don't think they can get this up to 6 power. So I think we drop to 1 and live at 1. Why is this browser still open? I guess it's a bug. That's our browser from mulliganing. To 1. We'll flip the next Flood Pits. But this is a pretty dicey position to be in here. We've likely lost. So what does it take to not lose here? I mean, the ward is just very expensive to pay for us. Yeah, we're 1 land short. So if they can bounce both our creatures, we just lose. So that's not good. So is there anything else we could draw? If we play this for 3, and they just had the bounce, we could still hit fires. So I think we're looking for a big draw discard here, actually. No. Although interesting. Cool. There's the fires. So that actually kills the terror whenever we want it to. That would use all our mana, basically. Okay, we end here. We flip a blocker, but it might not be enough. There is the crab. I think that means they lose. They tap this down, and we're 1 mana short to do all the things we need to do. Because we can kill the crab or get the terror, but we cannot bounce and kill both. So I believe that's game. Yeah, I think that's game. That's too bad. Yeah, the prowess early. I don't know if that mattered or not. Yeah, there's one turn that did 6 damage, which reduces one of our possible turns to do stuff. Okay, attack all. We cannot do all the things, though. We can only do some of the things. Just one land short. We need an unsummon to deal with the terror here, which we do not have. So we go 1-1 versus Crab Beans, which is sad because I think we deserve the win, but we didn't earn it, so I guess we did not. I guess we did not deserve it. That's okay. We'll go one more. Maybe we go. Maybe run it back versus Crab Beans. I did look at some other decks to play for you guys that you guys asked for. John Whitby says, not a new card, but I'd love to see you make Ikemoon Gauntlet / Super Friends work. Thank you. I looked at it. I played it for a while. It's tough. I don't think it's good enough to play in ranked standard. I think the reason is there was a time when Planeswalkers were good and where you could plop one down and accumulate value over the course of the game. You could draw extra cards or pump out tokens, stack the board, whatever you're going to do. But the enchantments in standard right now just do the same thing but better. Like me trying to drop a 5-mana Teferi to draw an extra card every turn just does not compete with a turn 2 Beanstalk. It's not the same. Red Dragon Tattoo. They got to be playing mono red, right? We'll be fine. We'll be totally fine here. They're playing blue. Oh gosh. That's not good. Truly mono blue. Maybe they actually are Crab Beans again. I wonder why. It's been a disturbance in the force. No, they're Oculus. Maybe. I mean, they could still be Crab Beans, technically. Moment of truth, Crab Beans. Yeah, it's unclear. They could be old school mono blue. I don't know. I do not know. Hey, we get the win. Dude, we had nothing. You probably could have stayed in that game. All right, let's go again. Ranking up. Let's go. Temur Overlord's crushing it. Yeah, I mean, Ikemoon Gauntlet's not a very good card. It is a cool card. It's not the issue. I could throw in a couple, ideally one, but I could throw in a couple Ikemoon Gauntlets into a deck and try to make it work. The issue's not the Gauntlet. It's that I don't think Planeswalkers are good enough to justify playing the Gauntlet. So I did try it for you. I hope you appreciate the time I invested in it before scrapping it. But we're not playing it today because I didn't think it was good enough to play. On the draw with Pyroclasm versus Chubby McGubbins. I think you keep this. We got some different options. Ooh, okay. Well, let's hope they don't double spell and we can get a sweet Pyroclasm here. Let's hope this next thing doesn't have 3 toughness either. Perfect. Beautiful. It's a couple of 2/2s. We've got the perfect card main decked. We got a fast land. We got a Pyroclasm. That's all you want to hear. That's all you want to hear in life. Now what? Quest Caller. It's a brutal card. Demands an answer. I think we're just beanstalking though into Boiler Bilges next turn. See if we get another fast land. Yes. Plop that down. Go red next turn. Boiler Bilge this guy ideally, unless we have to deal with something else. They get their scries. Must be nice. It's okay. If they go land into the 4-drop rabbit that pumps the squad, that's going to be super painful. At least they don't get 3 scries, do they? Looks like a no. Red. It's got to be this. Ow. Draw a card. Not so bad. Zap you. It's just 3 1/1s. It's okay. There's no need to be afraid. Yeah, whenever 1 or more rabbits. At least they only got 1 scry trigger. If they got 3 scry triggers, I'd be kind of pissed. Tap land is nice. Oh, baby. We're going to need that next Pyroclasm. And we might try to flood pits into it. Okay. It's a good deck. Dude's only 94% Mythic. It's a very good deck. One of the best. One of the actual best decks in Standard. That's good for the Knight Errant. Pyroclasm is almost essential here. I think we go for it. Otherwise, just Boiler Bilges this and take 6, which is very painful. If we whiff, we also... I guess we fire as a victory. Alright, let's go for it. Pyroclasm, baby. Pyroclasm, baby. Come on. Burst Lightning. No. Probably the Paw Patch is the worst card here. So this looks like we're going to fires the Knight Errant, I suppose. We could do it now if we're worried about the next Knight Errant, but I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll go for the attack. Alright, we did not hit Pyroclasm 2. And we really need it now. Ooh, that's so bad. I guess we have to kill that before anything else. Do not go to combat. Zap you for 6. Still take 10? Seems good. Ow. 10 to 5. Whew. It's got to be Pyroclasm, baby. So if we drew into Pyroclasm, we could drop to 1. There's really no other option. Truly, there is none. If we only get 1 draw, though... No, we can't Boiler Bilges. And we have to hit Pyroclasm or lose, right? So we might as well Boiler Bilges and take the Painland damage. No, we need red for Pyroclasm, right? So we cannot do that. We could Haunt Woods here for 3. I don't see how that's any more productive than just doing this. I mean, it's got to be Pyroclasm off the top. I think there's no other way to do it. Draw a card, make a food. That's not it. We have no other mechanisms to draw. And we cannot take this much damage. Yeah, I mean, that's game, I guess. Actually, we could gain a little bit of life here. So if we whale the Knight Errants and we eat the thing, take 7, go up 3. Oh, the Might Caller's gonna get bigger too, though. Might Caller's gonna get much bigger. What a crapshoot. Yeah, I mean, we have to stick with the same plan, but we've already lost. We needed that Pyroclasm on time. So now we take 9, we go up to 8. Now we take 10, we go up to 8, and it's insufficient. Ow. Send you back. They get to put the other counters somewhere else. It doesn't matter, we eat the food. It's not it. I'll play one more. In general, I'm having a good time. I'm a little bit salty that we didn't hit the next Pyroclasm, because that would have been kind of sweet. We'll go again. We're at the 38-minute mark, but I'm having a good time. I like Temur. Temur's in general, one of my favorite color combinations. There's only so many things you can do with it. I mean, roughly you have to run the shell I'm running. And if you want to go way over the top, you can do like the doppelganger stuff, but I'm not really a big fan of... I've just never been a big fan of the doppelganger stuff. It's so expensive. Like, we did not need doppelganger in our opening hand in the game we just played. We needed more Pyroclasm type stuff. On the play, that's always nice. We'll keep this. Got a nice mix of all the things. Another deck I looked at for you guys, Make Fluffy. Maybe the guy we just played left a comment saying, here's a challenge for you. Make a deck with For the Common Good. I played it with Roxanne. It was pretty fun. I think For the Common Good is a weird card I've never seen before. It's like XX in a green to create X copies of target creature you control. Maybe creature artifact. I think creature. I don't really know about that. What I did do is I did explore. There was an old token copy deck that I thought was kind of fun. It played 3 Blind Mice, which is like a 3-mana white enchantment. Create a mice on Saga 1, and then phases 2 and 3, you copy a token you control. Any token. Could be a creature, could be an artifact, could be whatever. What are we doing here? I think we hold up in mana just to zap their stuff when they go for the map token. It's fine with me. And there was a Tameo Planeswalker, a 5-mana Tameo Planeswalker. So they might want a Kaito here. which makes me a little more incentivized actually to pick these creatures off before we move to blocks. There was no stick at all there. I think we will actually do that. I made that mistake before, letting them move to blocks and then having Kaito get flashed in. I think that sucker has hexproof too. Fear of isolation. Ditch the map token. Okay. Well, we got a nice little overlord here. Okay, this was kind of huge for us. We'll pick Avatar. Zap you. And being at 19 at this stage of the game versus them is really quite nice. I mean, we've got a ton of gas coming. Things would have to go pretty wrong from here on out for us to lose, I think. And we got up the beanstalk and 3 draw engines and removal spells. So there's Kaito. I think they did want to ninjutsu it in. 5 loyalty is actually removable here. Let's just make sure to leave open red if we can. Which we are. Alright, zap you. Zap you. Clock is ticking. Boiler builders coming online. Anyway, you could use Temur to reanimate the... Again, fine. We don't have to. We can ignore this thing if we really want to. 1 mana open. Ramp or draw discard? Or both? I don't think I want to do both. I think I'd rather play a blocker here. I think we'll take the draw discard for 5. One fast land can go. It's a 5/6. That's pretty big, actually. +1, you get an emblem. Ninja control, get +1/+1. There you go, blocks. Alright, that's a lot of damage. Alright, hold on. We got some work to do here. 0, surveil.
Information is its own weapon.
Talent for 1. We're down to 14. We do have to watch our total. They do have the Restless Reef as well. If we kick it, we do kill Kaito, assuming they don't have our counterspell. We'll just attack it down, though. Which I guess is what we're doing here to start. Let's begin there. See if they actually have an answer to this. So they're looking to what? Bounce everything? Full price. They bounce both of these guys. That's okay. Now we don't have to kick the fires here. We can now just do it for cheap if we really want to. And then deploy something else. I think it's reasonable. We have enough red to do it all too. This is fine. Kaito down again.
Don't worry. I've got an exit strategy.
Go ahead and zap. I think we'll zap the 2/2. Just because. Hold on to Burst Lightning. They do have a Restless Reef. Like, the game is a little closer than I thought it would be. Let's see if they just go Reef attack. They do. It's bold. We don't have an answer to that yet. Though we'll have lots of blockers coming up soon. Mill 4. Down to 36 cards. 10 left to play with, though. We got a lot of good cards in hand. And a lot of mana to deploy as well. I think we go for a draw discard. And a blocker. Try to hit another removal spell if we can. Alright, fast land can go. Can play out the Haunt Woods here. Flip the bilges, hit the flood pits. Down to 31 cards, but I don't feel like I'm afraid of being decked. Anyway, use Tamio, you reanimate the blind mice. It comes in as a token, and then when it goes to copy a token, you can copy itself multiple times. You get this pseudo-infinite string of things. So look, there's a way to do that today, because Tamio is no longer in standard. There's a 6-mana enchantment that at the beginning of your upkeep, okay, you can make a copy of any permanent, including the blind mice. So you could do it that way, but I opted not to. We're returning this town. Okay. So they can bounce the talent and one of our stuff per turn. But they can't bounce everything all the time. 30 cards left. Let's go for the attack. They let us move to combat. We get the draw discard first. Past land can probably continue to go. Fires of Victory can actually answer the Restless Reef, which is nice. You let it go. Ideally, we load open mana for the Restless Reef here. 9 mana. So we could do like one giant Boiler Bilges maybe. Another fires. I think we'll go face. We might burn a Pyroclasm and leave the last 2 for the Restless Reef. Just because we can. Okay, close to dead here. I go back to what I thought before. I don't think they're getting out of this one. What are they bouncing here? This town and the talent again? You're not quitting. We do have to discard a hand size. I think we're still going to hold open fires. Talent again. Go for the reef now. Zap the reef. Could be scoop worthy. It's okay. It's about game. We got all the Boiler Bilges in hand and a flying attacker. 27 cards left. I think that should about do it. There we go. That's a scoop. Okay. Anyway, I looked up for the common good. I think it's too gimmicky for me to play in standard too. I could play it in like the play queue for you, but I can't play too many things in standard. If I'm just going to get run over a game, it's not that fun for me. I think we'll call it there. We'll go to the big cam. If you enjoyed today's Temur video, I did. I always like this color combination. We did pretty well today. You can like the video. You can subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, because 50% of you are not. And you can leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know what you enjoyed. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.